Nice. I think here we do have some more merchants.
Kemm has an appraiser in the house. If you're looking for Kat, she's evaluating all of Kemm's antiquities. It'll be a while, but hey, why not do some shopping while you wait? You'll love what I've got.
Is like evaluating a euphemism for stealing? I do wonder why there's so many traders milling around here.
Well, this is the estate of the venerable Kemms. We've all come to trade with Linda and his missus, but with recent events, let's just say they're busy. But Kat's inside. She'll come up with something.
50 gold, they're stealing something. And oh boy, I think here we have another liquefied citizen who had a pact with Adramilic. Cat? Who are you talking about?
She's an appraiser, and our boss to boot. You'll meet her if you head inside. If you've got anything she's interested in, could be she'll make you a good deal.
Uh-huh.
He looks around covertly, before turning back to you with a wink.
Could be a really good deal.
Uh-huh. Not shady at all. Ooh, you actually sell like all the useless stuff we usually just sell. Like portraits and gems. Anything interesting? What does that mean? Ancient belt, restore vitality. Like every turn, or... I'm confused by the belt. And I mean, it's freaking expensive. Look at that. Over 100k. But I mean, then again, we are loaded since we made the deal with the Greed Demon. You know what? I'm very curious about this belt, so... And we do have the money. So here we go. What does it do? Maybe it's nothing, but I mean, we can afford to spend way too much money for nothing. Ah, but our current belt is also pretty nice. Ah, the more constitution you have, the more vitality it restores. Oh gosh, I love about the thieves just as a comment on the liquefied citizen. Well, way to kill the mood. Who are we going to give the ancient bell to? I would say to Sebille, because usually she's the one who goes like down the quickest. There we go. Regenerating. It's actually that she regenerates every turn now. That is quite powerful.
Buying and selling.
Who are we going to give the belt to? Who's like the least HP? I think Fane. There we go. Let's see if someone else has like a worse belt. Yep.
Buying and selling.
Alright. That was quite the steal. And I mean, we even paid for it. Okay. Let's see if there are more merchants. Wink wink, nudge nudge. Citizen Yark. What happened to you? Not a note, not anything. We also do have activated spirit vision. I think we could enter the gardens from here, but I would say we go into the house first. And then look around the garden. Let's talk with some more shady merchants and let's see if they also sell quite nice things. Greg Gannam, who are you?
The man in front of you is clad in a ragtag assortment of garb. He looks up from repairing a battered instrument to smile and nod at you, one traveller to another.
You have a very nice cloak, my dear.
Ho there, fellow traveller. Luronta. Looking for some cheer to lighten the mood of this grim city?
Luronta? So you're Bard then. How are you in such a good mood and such, well, looking around the city, troubled times?
Well, Rav, at some point, long ago, I decided poetry had but two purposes: to quicken the people's river of tears, or to stave them.
So you always win, whether they cry or not.
Look around you. You'll find fear and longing and desperation. What good is a bard's solemnity in a city besieged by void and divided by war?
Fair point.
My privilege and my duty is to remind the people of Arx that there's blue sky and shimmering sun beyond the clouds.
I can respect a good bard. Would you be willing to recite a piece?
Of course, and glad to. My words shall lift your spirits, make no mistake. But I need to pay my way, so I'd ask for a little gold, if you have it to spare.
Okay, if we would spend like all the money we have in the game, how long could we get him going? Like 100, so we could do that. At least 3,317 times. That's quite some bit. We will just do it once, don't worry.
What do you say, Rav?
Yeah, I won't argue to pay less than 100 gold. It's peanuts, really. 11 hands over, they ask for gold.
The poet tips his floppy hat to you as he counts the coin you handed over.
Now, what poem would you care to hear? An old classic or an original verse?
I don't really have a preference, so let's go for an original, right? An original.
Take a seat, Rav. Make yourself at home. Give me a moment to clear my throat. And listen.
Yeah, and I'll perform. Now I expect something for my gold.
I know quality when I see it, and I bet you do too. Care to trade?
Each vale and peak.
I like your loot. Can I sell you a real one?
I like
in
that
each
the
place
guy
I've
talking in the
come to
background is
find
louder than him.
My surest friend is my own mind. From my home in Alaroth, I packed my life up in a cloth. I set my course star on the map.
Buying and selling.
And here I am to tip my cap.
Oh, nice. I take it. Even though we didn't hear too much of it, cause of you merchants.
Patience, my friend, patience! I'll get to the recitation right soon enough.
Didn't you already finish? Oh well. Okay, let's see if we can get like another regenerating belt or something.
I got real lucky when the Voidwoken attacked. I know some people that lost everything.
Are the Voidwoken the reason there are so many people crowding around?
Some, maybe. But most of us are here to trade with Kemm. He's tough to nail down. Luckily, our appraiser Cat's already made her way into the estate.
Especially with the name Cat, it really just sounds like a thief, right? And Kemm seems to be quite wealthy.
The Kemms lost nothing in the attack, so Cat'll try to convince them to share a little.
You know, to share. Wink wink. Also curious, I mean, knowing the whole theory that Lavender Kemm is also allied with the God King, that his estate was spared by the Voidwoken. Which seems to add up, right? You put a lot of trust in Cat. Who is she?
She's our leader, and a damn fine appraiser too. Meet her inside and she might even trade with you.
Let's see, do you have anything interesting? Nope. Really? Nothing at all. We also saw Sahila somewhere around here, right? Wasn't it like here? Like last time?
This will all lower.
Something rings.
We shouldn't take the risk. We can be happy elsewhere.
Real antiques at realistic prices. Who cares to trade?
Sebille, I think they might want to talk alone.
The man and the elf keep their voices to a discreet level, but it's impossible to miss the tension between them. They're arguing.
What more to convince you? More Voidwoken? A plague? An earthquake? Arx is doomed. Our future is elsewhere.
Well, I guess the city appears to be quite cursed.
Pharaoh, come on. Where's this elsewhere that's better than Arx? This is the greatest city in the world. I'll leave it over my dead body.
I mean, really, looking at the Voidwoken, looking at the whole Magister Paladin mess, I don't know. I don't know if I would stay here.
Exactly. Your dead body. My dead body. This place is dead. We can be together anywhere.
Oh, they're a couple.
They fall into a sullen silence, neither of them willing to give in.
I don't really know if they would appreciate me commenting on that, but as Lavender, he doesn't care. You know, maybe you should leave while you still can.
Keep out of this.
This is not a good time. Please leave us.
Yeah. Oh well, I hope you will survive. Another one of those huge Voidwoken. Did I just imagine Sebille last time? I was quite sure we saw her somewhere, and I was like, oh, there she is again. We just walk around here and see if I see her. Or was it... I think it was here. Somewhere else. But also quite near the water. Right. So... I would say let's also appraise some of Lord Kemm's goods. Since we're that good at appraising things. Especially Sebille. She really has quite the quick hand eye for that, right? Another trader.
The trader sways in time to the bard's tune, but stops as you approach. She looks at the mansion nervously, then back to you.
But I mean, if Ken was actually just stealing stuff, I would be surprised that like all of them are waiting here with their wagons and everything. Doesn't seem to be like the best plan. So I guess maybe she actually is just appraising stuff.
Looking for, something special?
Something special sounds nice.
All done then?
From my home in Alaroth,
But I guess actually the belt was
I
the nicest
packed my
thing here.
life up in a glove.
Antique ring, sets poisoned.
I set my course
I just wanted to say, that sounds pretty stupid, but
And here I
we
am
do have an undead
tip
with
my
us,
cap.
so it might be nice to be permanently poisoned. It is quite expensive as well, but I mean, we do have the money. And there are people who say money can't buy you happiness, but they can buy you like all the fancy rings and video games. What else do you want? With Arathos summoning Hadrosaphist.
I've walked this earth each vale
Right.
She responds with a nervous wave, and her eye...
Okay, let's put this.
place I've come to
And then let's see if we can maybe steal a little bit of the
My
wealth we
surest
spent
friend
back.
is my own mind.
Go.
From my
Nice.
home in
Permanently
Alaroth,
poisoned.
I packed
So
my
also
life
kind of
up
regenerating.
in a glove.
Just a little bit less effective.
I set my course far on the map.
We have more than enough money. We still have to steal.
And here I am to tip
Why
my
did
cap.
Why did I skill my
Curios and
stealing
keepsakes.
skill so much?
Many of them potentially elven.
Yeah, I should have kept those. We had some gloves which gave us like +2 thievery, but at one point I accidentally sold them. Cloak.
I'm sure you do not mean to insult me.
Here.
I've walked this
I meant
earth,
nothing
each
personal.
vale and peak. From forests fair to cities bleak.
I mean, it's just 6,000, right? This is nothing compared to the price.
My surest
Go.
friend is my own mind. From from my home in Alaron.
Also, let's steal from you, and then we
I
can head
packed
inside.
my life up in a cloth.
He's also not searching for someone who
I
stole
set
from
my
her, right?
course far on the map,
Maybe because it's really like nothing.
and here I am, to tip my cap.
Right. Now a little bit richer. Let's head inside.
Yet another fresh thing.
My word, the mansion's positively overrun with foreign folk on this most inauspicious of Lucian's days.
I just wanted to say, did you hear that he said like, oh, another fresh face? I really don't like the sound of that. That kind of sounds like something Niles would say. Remember the murdering psycho from Fort Joy? The butler. The butler has 32k money just with him. Let's change that. Why are you so loaded?
He catches himself and scrapes his throat in a brief moment of embarrassment.
I do apologize if I came across as impertinent just now, and I hope you'll forgive my unabating boldness when I assume Sir has come here in search of an audience with either Lord or Lady Kemm.
I was wondering about the foreign folk you mentioned.
Oh, I meant, of course, the lizard excellencies that have sought shelter under this esteemed roof in the aftermath of the dreadful attack that was inflicted upon the Imperial Consulate.
Ah, I guess that's why everything is on fire.
It saddens me to say there are a number of deaths to mourn, but no doubt we all rejoice at the survival of the nobles. After all, a mere clerk is so easily replaced, wouldn't you say?
Oof. Unlike a butler, right?
As you so rightfully point out, sir, quite unlike a butler.
Dude. Gosh, poor lizard commoners. We actually can't just pretend that we do have an audience. I wouldn't mind an audience with the lady of the house.
Lady Kemm is having tea in the drawing room over in the north wing.
Oh, we can just ask.
I'm quite certain a person as obviously well-travelled as yourself will have no problem drifting in that general direction, should he deem it fit to do so.
Why does well-travelled from him sound like an insult? Do we look so run down? Oh, I guess. I mean, when was the last time we went and had a shower or something? Well, probably on the Forgotten Island. Yeah, Nameless Island. Same thing, now it's sunken, so... You know, I'd also very much like to have a word with Lord Kemm himself. But I guess he's probably still investigating.
I'm afraid I can't accommodate you with the opportunity to have a word with Milord Kemm at this precise moment, sir. Milord left early in the morning in pursuit of business, and he hasn't yet returned.
Oh, any idea what business is that Lord Kemm in pursuit of?
I'm not privy to the details of Milord's ventures, but I gather his outing pertains to his office as Grand Master of the Paladins and the ousting of certain firebrands from the city. A most noble task, I'm sure.
Gosh, what a bootlicker.
Unless I'm quite mistaken, in which case
But I mean,
I
he's
once more
butler,
apologize
so-
profusely, you'll most likely find Milord in the immediate vicinity of the Magister headquarters. The Magisters, in case my previous sentence lacked clarity, being the firebrands I alluded to.
I also want to have a chat with a woman named Kat. Where can I find her? Even though I see her here, but maybe he's going to tell us something about her.
Oh, gracious, her? I truly hope you are not in cahoots with that brazen peddler. Well,
Brazen peddler.
she's in the dining room.
I have to remember that as an insult. I should be on my way.
Yes, do please excuse me, for I've a party of dignitaries to attend to. They've an appetite for an aperitif, and the port, needless to say, does not pour itself.
I excuse you.
Come out, wherever you are.
Yeah, gosh. Considering how much I hoarded stuff myself in BT3, especially the level 6 scrolls, and I still stole my stuff myself. And I still had leftovers in the end fight against the brain. I mean, isn't it always like that? Like you keep like the best stuff for last and never use it? Like when I started streaming, I actually wanted to try to change that to go and like use potions and use some of the scrolls. And I think I got better, but like still we have so many potions and stuff like that. And I'm so often like, we can do without it. Maybe there will be like a harder fight where we need it.
Come out wherever you
Anyway,
are.
let's explore the north part first. The origins of Lucian, son against father. I think you'll be very curious about Lucian's story. Is there a key? So funny, like gold spoon.
Well, isn't
Polina
this
Kemm's chamber
convivial?
key.
Your children seem well adjusted to a noble life.
The webs.
But please, tell me about yourselves.
Well, ma'am, we were hoping you'd see fit to reopen the school.
I'll talk to my husband. He loves children so.
Yeah, I'm sure Kemm really
I
loves
hope
children.
everything is to your utmost satisfaction.
I don't believe you're here at my behest, are you, darling? Do feel free to rest your feet elsewhere in the manor before being on your way. Ta-ta.
I was kind of hoping we could talk more with her about her husband, but apparently not. That's also Wendigo's voice, I think.
Do you mind? I have guests at present.
I think that's Wendigo.
This is not the time or the place.
Oh.
And you are evidently not the sort I should be consorting with, judging by your manners.
Excuse me? How dare you? Anyway, interesting fact.
Come out,
White tea
wherever you
leaves
are.
actually give you a maximum AP additionally, but green tea leaves cost you. I know. Ooh. Green tea leaves mean -1 AP cost. That actually sounds good. Let's buy them and probably save them and never use them. And black tea leaves give you fire resistance. I never knew. Okay, I mean she doesn't talk with us, but she just sold us some tea.
Shall Lord Kemm
I
be
really
joining
want your
us,
chamber
my lady?
key, but I mean then again we can just lockpick it.
Linda, I fear,
Yes.
is far too busy with his little coup.
I must take advantage of the moment. We are only granted an audience by invitation.
But let's not hold our breath, shall we?
A fine day for it.
Yeah, well, enjoy your tea and your
Well,
honey and
isn't
goodbye.
this convivial?
Let me appraise some parts of the manor. I think from now on I'm just using appraise every time I mean steal.
Once a year for the car.
Okay, there we can go into the garden. Get the appraiser with the bodyguard. Come here, cat.
For heaven's sake, would you please... Oh, ever so sorry.
Okay.
I thought you were that rotten butler about to warn me once again to take the ocular, not the tactile approach. I swear I've a mind to beat him to death with the nearest dictionary I can find.
I mean, I guess I understand where she's coming from. So, why is he telling you to look but not touch?
Because that little snob thinks me unworthy of being in his precious lord's mansion, appraising his precious lord's collection of antiques. Just you try judging the state of a Vedistian armoire if you're not even allowed to rummage through its drawers.
I wonder what kind of riches Lord Kemm possesses. But I mean, that kind of looks like plates made of gold. Which would be very unhandy, because they would be quite heavy and quite soft and bendable. But he really seems like he has quite some gold.
Come out wherever you are.
I wonder how. Like, if you really got that being like the head of the paladins here, or other shady business. I actually met Lord Kemm He strikes me more of an old warhorse than an antiquarian.
Oh, he's all blood and battle, all right. Until you show him a Ferolian snuff box or an ancient imperial fainting couch, then he's as giddy as a cat in a field of catnip. He knows very well I'm the best in the business. Asked me to value his collection personally.
Maybe not even for selling stuff, but just to, I don't know, boast about how much wealth he has. Do you have anything interesting for sale?
Highly interesting. And highly valuable. Perhaps even quite out of your league.
I'll be the judge of that.
Anything else?
I mean, for real? You're selling a pitchfork, a chip plate. You're taking 5,000 gold for a chip plate. What's wrong with you? An empty honey jar, also for 5,000. What the heck? She's just selling like junk for exorbitant amount of money. But that amulet actually looks nice. 5 strength, 1 retribution, 2 polymorph. And remember, 2 polymorph means 2 free attribute points. We're going to take this. Interesting, they all seem to have like all the traders around here seem to have like lots of rubbish, and one very interesting thing. Runes, memory, strength. Ah, here we go. More strength. More strength is always nice. Nice. 67 strength. It's really incredible, because you can, like, by natural means just go to 40. So, what are you doing here exactly?
I'm merely appraising the many antiques gathered in here in this beautiful mansion.
A roguish little smile suddenly plays upon her lips.
Ah.
What else would I be doing?
Appraising, you know? I mean, you could simply share your information with me, or I could tell the butler you damaged one of the antiques. Would be a shame, wouldn't it? Nice.
My, you do drive a hard bargain, don't you? Very well. Consider yourself invited. Now listen closely. Rumor has it that Lord Kemm's mansion is built upon a massive vault in which he hides his true valuables. His entire house is but a smokescreen for the real treasure hidden underneath.
He seems a little bit like a dragon, right?
I've had no luck so far in locating this fabled vault, but if you do, I swear the entire hoard is yours. No questions asked.
I see a butt coming.
All I want in return for this information is a trio of curios that is said to be kept inside. The portrait of the divine, the cup of kings, and the scroll of eternity. Everything else is yours.
Those sound like very, very valuable things. Why would I give it to you? You know what? So far, I always went ahead and were like, okay, you can have those things. To, as usual, do something different this playthrough and explore some new opportunities and choices. Lavender laughs. I know about the vault now. It'll all be mine. All of it.
You cat! Oh, I hope that vault exists. I hope that it's trapped from top to bottom. And I hope those snares will rob you of yourself limb per ripped off limb.
Okay, well. Not too much of a change. But I think we also didn't get the... Did we get the quest? We still got the quest, and I think we can still give her the stuff. Of course, if I remember correctly, you can't really do anything with that on your own. I think in here, there's nothing too interesting, actually. This is the kitchen. Anything interesting? Key to Kemm's garden. Ah, we will just lockpick. And I mean, why the key to the garden? Isn't it, like, open?
Come out wherever you
shall soon require food. We Sir? Very well.
I wanted to talk to the cook.
Have you managed to rummage up? Oh dear, I wasn't expecting visitors.
Isn't that like basically what Lady Kemm does all the long day?
Shouldn't you be remembering something somewhere?
Okay. They are also friendly. I would say let's go upstairs and then have a look around in the garden. We are warm. Why though? Is that the fire lamp here? Turn it off. Ah, but we are... No, not warm anymore. Interesting, quite the powerful lamp. I don't like the statue. It reminds me of the Ambrose statue, which was kind of controlling the dwarves. Remember? Act 2. Lots of runes, lots of decorative weapons. You don't really need to steal the stuff. Ah, a dog.
Oh, I bit the master Kemm, I did. I could have sworn it was another man in a master suit, but it weren't. Now I'm in the doghouse like the humans say.
I wonder if that's another sign that Lord Kemm has changed, you know? That lamp could have helped us at the docks. True, you're right. Would have prevented the freezing, right? Lavender scratches the dog's ears and speaks calmly. I'm sure you meant no harm.
Oh, I couldn't help it. I swear, it came all smelled like when the garden man cuts down a decayed tree, like he was using flowers to hide the rots.
Well, I guess here we have another hint that Lord Kemm is not that alive anymore.
Only nudging and tail wag the next time, I promise. No licking, though. I don't want to taste the rot again.
And Kemm really has everything. Here also a log of live wood, painting of a knight, ooh, a sharp rock. Is Kemm an undead? I mean, we already got like quite a few. We had Windigo who told us that Kemm is actually following the God King, so quite sure that he's also a servant and undead. And yeah, we're getting more and more hints that that seems to be the case. Okay, Sebille. Let's just quick save just in case. And lockpick. There we go. It's also kind of funny that once you're inside like a restricted area, they don't mind. I mean, they changed that for BG3, but in this game it's like,
What's this? I found something.
Ooh, there's a pressure plate. A letter upstairs, most interesting. I don't remember finding that one, but maybe I'm just forgetting the last time. Ooh.
Look out! I see a trap nearby.
This looks way less fancy. Aha! And see, here we have finally some actual proof that he's working together with the Black Ring.
Careful.
Kemm.
I've spotted a trap.
What did you get yourself into? And I guess probably
Look out!
very
I see a trap nearby.
Very easy to corrupt him, right? Just using some riches, and I guess it's very easy to get him to do what you want. Weird noise. I think it's just wind.
Nice.
Contract. Killing contract. Retainer agreements. Client hereby retains assassination services from contractor. Parties are bound by terms as follows. First, assassins agree to be available at any given time to perform emergency execution service. Second, the client agrees to employ supple methods to deliver target's name to the assassins, such as a short note. Third, both parties agreed to a partial payment provided beforehand and full payment provided upon completion of the assignment. Authorized signatures. The bottom of the page has been torn off.
Did Kemm write this, do you suppose? Or did he just confiscate it from someone else?
And as I told you, when you confront him earlier, he's actually using that contract to get certain assassins to kill you. Kemm's Vault Notes. Upon this page is drawn a diagram of a statue that looks curiously like Lucian, the late Divine. A few design notes are scribbled on the corner. Most vulnerabilities removed. Still susceptible to source vampirism while deactivated. Exploit chances low. Deployment number 3. This is also going to be very important later. An evil paladin, how surprising. I mean, especially given what is going
Why
on
would
in the
Lord
city.
Kemm have a black ring mirror in his attic?
I think not too surprising. Which shows why both Magisters and Paladins are evil factions here, but due to different reasons.
The surface of the mirror is smooth and unblemished. Not a single speck of dust sits on the black glass.
And Sebille peers into the limpid darkness.
A vision appears. It wavers, then becomes clear. In the reddish light cast by flowing lava, you see a cave. You recognize it. This is the Sallow Man's cave. The roof has fallen in. Nothing there lives.
Better is that. I wonder if you allied with the Sallow Man, if that still happens, or if he gets to escape or something. I mean, the island should sink either way. A collection of notes. Raymond, work at the Black Pits is slow. Bring in a couple more of our friends to speed things up. And keep this quiet. I'm getting far more questions than I would like. Remember, the fewer people involved, the fewer mouths we have to worry about. Keep me informed. Dallas. So he's also serving the Magisters and their activities. But I mean, that's interesting. If the Black Ring and the God King actually want to stop the Magisters, what are the Magisters doing? Because I mean, they're definitely committing atrocities, but they're apparently doing something which the God King doesn't like. And can that be that bad? Kemm's journal. I'm keeping a close eye on things, but I doubt she expects much. The so-called Hammer is just as blunted as her namesake when it comes to such matters. I doubt very much that she has the faintest clue to whom we truly bent the knee.
Someone has taken a great interest in Dallas.
And another hint that he's following the God King. Which I would say is pretty much confirmed.
Careful now, that's a trap.
Is that a... it's not a door. Great. Back.